want to learn how to flirt? What is flirting? Is it eye contact? Is it touching? Is it smiling? I'm Gail Prince. Join us for Flirting, how to do it right. A class on flirting. What is flirting? Give me some words that define flirting. Blank. Playing. Chuck?
Just having fun.
Having fun. Another word.
Sex.
Sex is flirting. Not all the time, and we're going to talk about that. The first thing that a woman can do is wear props. Now, what's a prop? You all look puzzled. What's a prop? Come on up here. Show us your props. Do you see what she's wearing? These are pencils. Now, tell.
Then if they want my number, I just take them.
That's terrific. That's terrific. So wearing props. What's another prop? That's the best. What's another prop?
A big brooch.
A brooch, a pin. What else?
Wild necklace.
A real unusual necklace. Men tend to preen when they get in a certain situation, almost do a Johnny Carson where they fix the tie. Preen for us, Andy. Preen. Hey, very good. That's good. That's very good, Andy. Show our group here how you would lick your lips. Thank you. Okay, go.
What are you reading?
Oh, the Wall Street Journal stock section.
Do you read that all the time?
Well, pretty much on a daily basis.
Why is that?
Well, just trying to follow my investments.
Oh, do you have a lot of investments?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I don't want to hear about your ex-wife or your ex-husband. I don't want to hear about your children. Don't talk about scars or operations. Nobody wants to hear about that. You did terrific. Give yourself a big hand.
I've enlisted our friend Charles' able assistance in this portion of our presentation for reasons which will soon become obvious. Charles? Now place it inside the plastic bag. Now break the bulb. Excellent. Now reach inside and choose a piece and hand it to me. Thank you. You may return to your seat. Fire, one of the most powerful and destructive forces of nature.
Oh, that's impressive, as you said earlier.
If I can direct your attention to the demonstration area, I'll give you a first-hand look at psychic surgery. The next time you or someone you know is approached by a member of a New Age group, remember what you have seen here today.
Woo! Good evening, friends. Oh man, some of y'all don't even know what to make of these intros that I've been playing with lately. That I've been stealing, actually, I should say. But listen, the best. Listen, you're in my world now, okay? The best thing for you guys to do in order to deal with this channel, it's real easy. You just sit down, relax, get yourself, a little beverage, Monster, or some water, Core, and shut the fuck up. That's the best thing you can do. Seriously. That's the best way to deal with this and me. That's how you deal. That's how it's done. But I'm really glad to see you guys. Thank you for being here. So listen, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I have been in a real weird mood the last 48 hours. A foul mood, really. Which for reasons I'm not gonna really get into. But I could tell you that the discourse in the community of people who are taking sides in some, I guess, thing between Karen and Aiden, I could tell you right now, I don't have a side. I'm not taking a side. I'm making this abundantly clear, and I'm not going to compromise on this. I just think it's, and this is an issue. This isn't a Karen issue. This isn't an Aiden issue. This isn't a community issue. This is an us issue that I'm taking issue with. People have their beef, dude. That's just what it is. It just is. There's no rule that says that you have to take a side because two people that you respect and frankly have been supporting relentlessly for what I've seen personally for 2 years now. Most of you even longer. 2 years. And what I've been here doing, I don't know about you motherfuckers, but what I've been here doing is trying to shine a light on the corruption in Norfolk County. That's what I've been trying to do. Am I the only one out of any of us here in this chat? Because that's what I thought was important here. Call me fucking crazy. That's what I thought was important. Now I'm pissing myself off and I need to chill out. But listen, I made up my mind a long time ago. As I've said, I am creeping up this month on 2 years of covering the Karen Reed case. Okay? This month. I'm creeping up on it. And I'm damn fucking proud of it. And I made up my mind a long time ago that no matter what I hear about Aiden, or no matter what I hear about Karen, that's not going to affect my reasons for supporting each of them. Both of them have been, their lives have been turned fucking upside down. I'm not here to discuss if somebody brought it on themselves. I'm not here to discuss if somebody fucking was fucking framed. That's not the point of this right here. My point is that everything that I do on this channel is solely based on the facts of each case. That is where my opinions on each case lies. It has nothing to do with Karen's personality. It has nothing to do with the looks that she may have given somebody. It has nothing to do with, it honestly doesn't really have anything to do with how hard she's been fighting. It really doesn't. That might be a hard truth for people to swallow. Do I find it inspiring? Of course I do. I always have. I've always been very candid about this, and I stand by it. Now, the same thing goes for Aiden as far as I'm concerned. Whether Aiden did this to himself, whether Aiden went out looking for trouble, whether Aiden blah, blah, I don't want to hear that shit. Because the fact is, yeah, he made money off of this. So what? Karen made money too. She lost money. She lost her life, but she's had a lot of support. That's a fact. That can't be taken away. Aiden also has a lot of support. But I, for one, am not going to forget why I facilitated facilitated is definitely the wrong word to use. Why I perpetuated this support, took part in perpetuating this support, and have supported myself. Now, have I grown to care about each of them on a personal level? Yes, I have. That is one of the greatest things that I can take out of this, is the relationships that I've made with people covering this case. So the relationships that I've made with people covering this case is something that I will never, ever, ever squander. And that still has nothing to do why this channel practices in the support that it does. I can honestly say that. So at the end of the day, when it comes to supporting Aiden, supporting Karen because of what they have gone through at the hands of the real enemy here, the only enemy we should really be focused on, Michael Morrissey and his cronies and his goons, the district attorney of Norfolk County, both have fell victim to him. I'm not going to discuss any further who I think helped someone get support, who I think someone provided support to. I'm just not going to do that, because that's taking away from what I told myself and promised myself I was going to focus on months and months and months and months ago. So that's where I stand on that. Now we're going to watch a couple of things and we're going to fucking enjoy them. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make fun of them. We're going to laugh. We're going to not cry, but we're going to be touched by certain things that we hear. And honestly, I don't even know what to expect. I didn't even catch, it went under my radar completely. I didn't know when Aiden went live with Billy Bush today. And when Billy Bush went live with the Reeds, he said, Turtle Boy will be joining me later. Excuse me. He said, Turtle Boy will be joining them later. And so I'm lost. And then somebody very kindly let me know, no, that shit already happened. So I'm like, all right. So I'm gonna go over both of them. I'm gonna go over the Reeds first, but I'm gonna be reacting to the Turtle Boy one because I haven't watched it yet. I just became privy to it. So and Liz 88 gifted a membership. Thank you so much. She always does that. It's so sweet. I'm not telling anybody what to do, Nurse Kim. I'm just being clear to all of you what I'm doing. That may not be for you. That's okay. But I would never presume to tell you people what to do, ever. I'm just saying, if you're in this for the right reasons, be in it for the right fucking reasons. And I'm talking to the community. I'm not talking to Karen or Aiden. That's their business. They've sacrificed things that we can't even begin to relate to. I'm talking about those of us who have just been supporting them. So yeah, I guess I am telling you what to do. If you're going to be fucking real, be real. You know? I mean, that's all I'm saying. Hey, say, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that. But I sure as fuck didn't need Beatles lyrics right now. I'm being a dick. I'm sorry. No, thank you for that. That's awesome. I actually really like the Soundgarden version of that song. It's amazing. Yeah, make no mistake. You guys are what matters in all of this. So I just wanted to be clear moving forward because I've had this awkward fucking feeling looming over me, and I don't want to have that feeling anymore. I love this community too much, and I don't want to feel uncomfortable in it. And I'm not blaming Karen or Aiden for that. I don't want that to be interpreted that way. I'm saying I feel like there's a lot of us have been struggling with that the last couple of days. And again, these are human beings who have been through fucking hell. They're entitled to the way that they feel. They're entitled to react how they do to each other. Beyond whatever is our business. You know what I mean? Which is none of it, really. But the thing is like, this is definitely, for me, it's definitely not the time to start losing focus, man. What did I fucking say when the verdict came, guys? I was like, this is the fucking beginning. This is the first step towards getting justice for John O'Keefe. I still have hope for that. I still have hope because now there are things coming out, people. dude, this Betero motion that's going to come out, like, Aiden's never let us down before. This Betero motion that's going to come out is going to be fucking amazing. I have no idea what it's going to contain. I don't have any idea any more than any of you what it's going to reveal. But what I know is Aiden hasn't let us down yet. I also know that Alan Jackson and Liza Little have not let us down yet. Karen Reed hasn't let us down yet. Karen's family haven't let her down yet. Haven't let us down yet. She's about to engage in this civil suit. Again, not of her doing. But the fascinating thing about it is it's going to be fucking epic for her. She's not bound by the rules of criminal court when it comes to this. This is going to be fucking dope. Seeing Alan Jackson in a civil case is going to be it's going to be amazing. So we're all going to get our entertainment out of it. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to stop ranting because I want to keep going. I know there's other creators that want to go live later, and I don't want to overlap with them if I can help it. So I mean, yeah, like all I'm saying is, even if you're here just for the fucking entertainment, find something more productive to be entertained by than stupid drama that's going to fucking burn out in a week anyway. You know? Hold on. All right, yeah, we'll do the reads first here. And I do like Billy Bush. I do. I think he's great. But I mean, he just did a classic guy who is a television personality, and you know, people who come to YouTube from TV are a different breed than the YouTubers that will probably never go to TV. Just a different breed. They think about these things differently. They run their channels differently, and so but you know, you can see that I like what took place here is very, very self-explanatory. And I'm not criticizing it. I'm just going to be making a very obvious observation.
Where in the world is Karen Reed? She has had all summer to rest, but she's got a civil trial that's just weeks away. And what are her plans to file suit? We're going to catch up with Karen Reed's family, her dad, Bill. And wait a minute, look who popped in.
Yeah.
Oh, she can't take another compliment. There she is. Karen!
There she is. There's Karen.
So this is clearly pre-recorded. This was not live. This was clearly pre-recorded, probably edited, which is fine. But, you know, I mean, you could set it as a premiere. You know, you can do that. Like, the band's got like a team. Like, my dumb ass is up here raw dogging this shit, and I don't even know how to use my computer. You know, like, you could set this as a premiere. You know, like, this was very, very clickbaity. Very, very clickbaity. But it's what I would expect from a television personality. Carla Maria Marie, thank you so much. Keep on being you. We love you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. You too.
Oh, yeah. Karen Reed is coming up herself. It's Hot Mics with Billy Bush, brought to you by LA Golf, and it starts right now. Hot Mics with Billy Bush. Great title. You know it. YouTube right now. Thanks for being with
Now, well, here, I'll let it play until he gets to it.
us. Where's Karen? Where is Karen Reed, for the love of God? The Norfolk County DA, Michael Morrissey, charged her for the murder of her Boston cop boyfriend, John O'Keefe, alleging she hit O'Keefe with her Lexus SUV. Interestingly, investigators initially...
I gotta say, man, like, I think Billy Bush is so awesome. I really do. Like, this guy's really grown on me. But it's funny because, like, you know how you naturally will go to that place just for a second and, like, wonder, like, I wonder what this dude is like to go out and have a beer with, you know, and hang out. Well, like, I feel like going out and having a beer with this guy would be like, first of all, it probably wouldn't be beer, and he probably doesn't even drink. I don't know. But going out, having a beer, having a drink with this guy, it would be on my end. I would be sipping scotch, most likely. and I feel like it would take a hard left turn towards the end of the night because we'd have a different idea of what fun is once we became uninhibited. And I mean, the guy plays pickleball and shit. I can't relate to that, you know, fucking golfs, you know, like I just, no, I just can't. It's not me. You know what I mean? And like, I'll do it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I would like totally hang out with somebody who just wants to go golfing. And I'm just be like, if you want to just be patient enough with somebody who fucking has no idea how to golf, then cool, man. Yeah, I'm down. You know, but most likely that doesn't happen. Most people are like, no, fuck that. Like they want to go, they're competitive people, they want to challenge, and then they hang around with one of their own kind, you know, like I would absolutely take Billy Bush to a chariot show just to see what his reaction would be. And just for the record, here, give me 1 second here. I'll take a little detour here. Okay. This is the chariot. You get the idea. Yeah, you see what I mean? Just trying to make that very simple, obvious point. But it's cool because, like, I think the guy's awesome. So far, like, I love the way he talks about the topics on his show. Most of the topics I'm not even interested in. I don't give a fuck what celebrities are doing. But I enjoy his chat. He's got a cool chat too. And I've always said that a creator's chat speaks volumes of the creator.
Conducting a 3-point turn.
Now, stop what you're doing right now and go give Billy Bush a like. Okay? Go give Billy Bush a like. Make sure to subscribe to him.
What 3-point turn leaves a 6-foot 210-pound man with a 2-inch laceration on the back of his head, multiple skull fractures, 2 black eyes, scratches all over his forearm, laying frozen on the front lawn of a house owned by a retired Boston PD cop, and total creep within an inch from his life 5 hours after impact. Oh, and dressed in clothing with vomit and blood all over it. Bit of a stretch, huh? That's some 3-point turn. Well, the DA did not blink from there. She was found not guilty on all 3 counts: murder, involuntary manslaughter, fleeing the scene. She was acquitted for the second time. It was the second trial, and that happened on June 18th, 2025 in Norfolk County, Massachusetts. There was an exception for drunk driving. They did, stick her with that. By the way, might as well hand it to every cop that drove to that house that night and drove away, including Brian Higgins, the ATF agent.
This is what you got to understand about Billy Bush. This is why I like him, because he's not what I expect to be saying the things that he's saying right now. And how long have we been bitching about people not saying the things that he's been saying with a platform like his? Now on YouTube, he doesn't get that many views. But he has a lot of influence, and he's got a lot of experience. And this is a guy that you can tell big things could happen at any given time for him. Any opportunity could open up for him, and he'll jump all over it. And for a guy like that to take such an interest in the facts of this case, and take such an interest in the fact such an interest in the facts of TURTLEBOY's case, that is something to not take for granted. It's something for all of us to be grateful for. What have we been doing all this for this whole time? So I'm gonna always give Billy Bush credit for giving TURTLEBOY a platform and speaking so candidly about the facts of the Karen Reed case.
Who also is in hiding. Well, the whole thing stunk like old gym socks from the beginning. Here's something I just learned yesterday, listening to Karen's lawyer, Alan Jackson, talking to radio host Howie Carr in Boston. The Boston Police Superintendent-in-Chief, Gregory Long, himself a Canton, Mass. Resident, issued a statement shortly after the incident so many years ago that this statement is beyond disgraceful, negligent.
Disgraceful.
I mean, reeks of corruption. He put this out. Put this out days after John O'Keefe died. The Boston Police Department continues to grieve over the tragic loss of our brother police officer John O'Keefe. John was a kind person dedicated to his family and will be greatly missed by his coworkers and anyone who had the privilege of meeting him. Today, the Massachusetts State Police and the Norfolk County DA's office arrested the person responsible for John's death.
Wow.
The person responsible? What, you solved the case? No innocent until proven guilty? No judge, jury?
Can you imagine if this guy had been around 2 years ago? Can you imagine what he could have accomplished with TURTLEBOY a year ago? Imagine. Think about that.
No trial afforded every American? Blame it on the girlfriend who'd been drinking with everyone earlier in the night and who dropped John off for more late night drinking with other cops, one of whom was trying to hook up with her, his girlfriend, all of whom would go on to be the least credible, corrupt, evasive witnesses ever to take the stand. We arrested the person responsible. Imagine putting that out. The Boston Superintendent-in-Chief. Can you believe that? Little eager, Mr. McDear? I mean, these cops were looking to sew this thing up quickly. Karen was the obvious scapegoat for a house full of thugs and a corrupt Massachusetts State Police and a DA, Michael Morrissey, looking quite coldly to pad his stats and
Sausage and Sigs, baby.
protect, his men with a win. I mean, dead cop, there needs to be an answer, right? And a win. Karen's lawyer, David Yannetti, himself quite capable, called renowned defense lawyer Alan Jackson for backup. Why? Because of his expertise in geofencing, cell phone data analysis. Well, that call proved to be quite fortuitous. Game over. The first trial in 2024 introduced us to her legal team and her side of the story via a reality documentary television production I watched it on HBO Max. It was a brilliant move. They painted these characters to perfection. All the local journalists partook in the documentary, won them over early, right? We meet TURTLEBOY in that documentary, a renegade maverick podcaster, journalist who will be joining us later.
Okay.
Michael.
Now that already happened. So this is obviously pre-recorded, which is fine. Everybody's got their own way of running their channel, But the important thing to take away from what he just said there was that he's about to have Karen Reed, Bill Reed, Janet Reed on there, and he is acknowledging TURTLEBOY. I mean, it's and I still like Howie. I do. My opinion on that was that one thing. I'm not trying to take away from anything that Howie's been doing. Was how hard was it, man? This dude was on your channel, like this guy was on your show so much, like how hard was it just to that's not much to ask for, you know what I mean? And Billy Bush didn't do that because he thought Aiden would want him to do that. He did it because he genuinely understands that TURTLEBOY is a force to be reckoned with in this entire situation. It's undeniable. It is what it is.
Well, Proctor, the Massachusetts State Police investigator, total creep, disgusting, sending texts about wanting to see her nudes and all that. Haven't found her nudes yet, and she's got no ass and things like. I mean, just a gross character. Brian Higgins, Brian Albert, Jen McCabe, all people known as the McAlberts now, and then all weird characters like Kelly Dever, a young Canton police employee, officer, whatever, with a faulty memory, a liar, and then Judge Beverly Cannoni, who, certainly doesn't look good today. Well, with sympathy, we also get to know Peggy O'Keefe, the mother of John O'Keefe. This poor woman, her stubbornness and I think ignorance and loyalty to the thin blue line is so blind. She's either corrupt herself or not that intelligent. I hate to say that about a grieving woman, but this is unbelievable that all she can see is Karen still. We meet Bill Reed, Karen's father, a man of God and faith and service, a professor at Bridgewater State, a gentleman and loyal father standing behind his girl with integrity and humility. By the way, you'll be talking to him in a second. The trial of Karen Reed is a tale that ignites and inflames a community long suspicious of law enforcement. Cops had gotten away with this stuff for ages. But this...
Now, that's another reason why I know that this is genuine. Like, there's a feeling here that you don't get when watching a guy like Billy Bush on, say, Extra or Entertainment Tonight or fucking Fox News or CNN. There's or even a fucking local news station. There's something here, and it's genuine. And it's genuine because the man got fucking canceled. I don't know the story. All I know is that he got canceled. And he's a big advocate against cancel culture, as I understand it, which I respect immensely. And he's not holding back. This is how he feels about the case. He sees it for what it is, and he's pointing out exactly everything that's disgusting about it. And he doesn't have an agenda, because someone who's just talking about the case just to fucking talk about it doesn't go into these details the way that he is. Not with the opinions that he has.
Was brazen. The data was thin. The witnesses were disgracefully dishonest. The judge viewed as a bought and sold Miss Muffet sitting on her big fat tuffet. So it's September 3rd. Where the heck is Karen? Well, heading into the Labor Day weekend, she appeared ever so briefly on the Howie Carr radio show in Boston. He asked her, what has she been up to?
So you're living with your parents now,
Yes.
right? And what's that like at this late date?
I consider myself very fortunate that for all I've lost, the things I need, I still have. And I'm lucky. My parents are in their late 70s. I'm lucky I have them. They're smart, they're nurturing and funny, and we watch movies together. We've traveled, we've taken a few trips, the three of us together. And I prayed during this ordeal that you can take away, God, whatever needs to be taken away, but let my parents be here on the other side, even for one day. Can I have one day with my parents after an acquittal? And I've had a summer, and we make the most of it. We're going to see them for dinner after this, and I love seeing them every day.
More in a minute from Bill Reed, her father. She is living with her parents, and so we're going to talk to him in a second. We'll find out, about her day to day and what she's getting ready to do. But what is next for Karen, right? What is she going to do? The indignity of a civil trial filed by the family of her deceased ex-boyfriend, which I still think should find an off-ramp. I mean, there's just no way she loses that, right? A jury has already spoken twice. But what about her own lawsuit? Her lawyer, Alan Jackson, who appeared with her and did most of the talking, said he wasn't just in town to visit the old haunts. They're planning the next move that they're going to take.
State or federal?
Yes. I don't know. At this point, that's part of what we're deciding. There's options that we have, both state and federal options, and we're exploring all those options. So we'll see.
I'm just laying these out.
Like, I'm not even trying to lie. I hope it's state just so we can cover it. We're going to cover it anyway, but I hope it's state just so we could stream it. And that's if a judge even decides that they're going to do it. They're going to allow that. So
how much do you think Karen can get?
The question is, how much is a life worth? How much?
But seriously speaking, though, obviously I want Karen to do what's best for her. Alan's going to make the best decision as to what is best for Karen.
Is her reputation worth? How much is her professional reputation worth? Her professional reputation, she's lost all of that. She had to sell her house. She had to sell her car. She hasn't driven in 4 years.
That is the question. What is her life worth? I mean, you tear down a
Wait
person
a second.
like this, literally.
That was Billy Bush. That was Billy Bush. He was the one talking to Trump about grabbing women by the pussy. That was him. Holy shit. Oh. Explosion. I am blown away, bro. Oh man, that is, yeah. This is why I do reactions, folks. This is why. I had no idea. I swear to God, I had no idea. That's how out of touch I am. I don't give a fuck, man. I like the guy, dude. I fucking like the guy. that shit is amazing. That shit is amazing. I don't even know what to say about it.
Person like this, and what we walk away. No,
stop it, nerd.
This is a penalty that should be resounding. People need to hear it. They need to see it. They need to go, oh wow, because this can't happen again to other people. And people in the Massachusetts, Boston area. The reason why they all came out in support of Karen in droves is because of that notion. Hey, this could happen to me. This could happen.
Why do I like him even more now? I swear to God, like he just went up like 5 notches in my book, bro. I'm not even fucking trying to lie.
To my sister. Well, what about books, TV shows, movies? We know she and Alan Jackson are producing one with Rick Yorn, a big, Hollywood production company here. But what about the project we heard about starring Elizabeth Banks playing the role of Karen? This is kind of a funny exchange.
If it's not too catty a question, she's 52 years old. You're 45. I mean, how do you feel about her, an older woman playing you?
Hold on, man. We got to do it because we haven't done it yet, folks.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. 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 I think we got a super dad.
How dare you? Listen, man, I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s in South fucking Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Like, you know how many times I've heard a fucking douchebag say something like that? Like, it's just, most of the time it was in jest. I don't even know. It's sometimes, but either way, like, it's a douchey thing to say, but it's fucking funny. Oh my God.
Well, this happened, this nightmare started when I was 42. So she'd be playing someone 10 years younger, which I'm not an ageist in any way, but I would like to see this if it were to come to life on a big screen or on a small screen. I'd love for supporters of mine and people who believe in the truth of this to know more than what Elizabeth Banks knows. I had heard through the grapevine that she was interested, but I would think she'd have reached out to us. She knows who our contacts are in California.
Yeah, we did a little chat on this today. I do morning mics.
Okay, so all right, so the Elizabeth Banks thing, as I've said, I'm going to, on a separate platform, I'm going to stream the series and we're going to tear it apart. And I'm going to urge Karen Reed supporters to not click on the Prime movie video and just watch it with me. And I will put it behind a paywall, but every penny I make off of it is going to go to Karen Reed because Karen should make money off her story. This isn't a story where she fucking, was a rock star, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And then it's just the same old shit. You know what I mean? This isn't that kind of story. This is a story that she had to suffer through. And anybody capitalizing off of it, she should get a piece of. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So, yeah. I'm going to fucking gonna snipe the shit out of it. And I'm going to fucking donate every penny of it to Karen. I don't know how much it's going to make, but I'm going to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it until the fucker's made. And that's it. Marsha, the animal lover, thank you so much. His comment is PG compared to what is said here. Honestly, people overreact. Right. I mean, no, I don't think anybody here has ever condoned grabbing women by the pussy or even jokingly doing so. This show still does have its limits, believe it or not. But again, Trump didn't know he was being recorded. So, Diane G, thank you so much. Glera should be hot mics with the Glera. Just saying. I mean, yeah, that would be cool, but won't hold my breath. Right, Connor McMahon. Limits. What? Excuse me, sir. All right. Welcome to Hot Mics with the Glare. Morrissey looks like he's on a sausage and cigs diet, baby. Sausage and cigs, baby.
Yeah, just a loose little chat on YouTube, on our YouTube channel every morning at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And everybody was saying, Elizabeth Banks is brilliant. She can do anything, but she tends to do comedy. And I hope she doesn't make a comedy out of this. I would say too soon. I don't think she will. I think she's getting ready for a dramatic role. But my take, Karen only appeared for about 7 to 10 minutes or so with Howie Carr because she's preserving her story as she should. She's 45. She's living with her folks. She had to sell her house. Her world famous Lexus hasn't even been returned to her. She's broke. I remember when I got whacked out of NBC, I got canceled, whatever you want to call it. A famous journalist, Katie Couric, reached out to me and said, "Hey, let's have a drink. I'm in town." I said, "Great." And she told me about this project she's doing, on this cancel culture and all this stuff and takedowns of people and how brutal.
I gotta be honest, man. Going out and having a drink with folks like him and Katie Couric, can you imagine the fucking stories they have, dude? I would just sit there and shut the fuck up the entire time. Like I would just sit there. Oh shit. Like the whole time. Like that shit is fucking wild, man.
It can be in a documentary, and she wanted me to be part of it. And I said, "Well, should we produce it together?" I mean, she's like, "Oh, I was just going to have you tell your story." And I love Katie, and you got to ask. She's a great journalist. She's aggressive. I would do the same thing, but my response was no. I mean, I'm not going to give you my story. Here's what I did with it.
Right.
The word is right above me, and it's apropos. But Karen Reed is pissed off. She's got fire in her belly.
That was
and
great.
The last thing that Howie asked her was if she had a message for Michael Morrissey, the district attorney who did all he could to take.
This guy gives no fucks. Like, I got to hear that one more time.
Have you tell your story. And I said, "Well, you brutal it on this cancel culture and all this stuff and takedowns of people and how brutal it can be and a documentary." And she wanted me to be part of it. And I said, "Well, should we produce it together?" I mean, she's like, "Oh, I was just going to have you tell your story." And I love Katie, and you got to ask. She's a great journalist. She's aggressive. I would do the same thing, but my response was no. I mean, I'm not going to give you my story. Here's what I did with it.
Right.
The word is right above me, and it's apropos. But
and it's apropos. This dude is hilarious, bro. Like, he's making a very, very excellent point here. Turtle Boy's been making the same point, as a matter of fact. He's making the same. He's making a perfectly valid point. Why the fuck? Yeah, like so. People have been going, "Oh my God, this was not an interview. Oh my God, Howie Carr." And I agree. These are not fucking interviews. Sorry, Billy Bush and Howie Carr, but those are not interviews. Like, they're just not. But technically, sure. I mean, we don't need to split hairs here. Considering all of the subject matter to go over, and we went over, so did you get your car back? What about this Elizabeth Banks thing? You know what I mean? So let's just be real. And there's a reason for that. And that's what he's basically explaining. Like, no. I'm not going to give you the good shit. Like, you're not getting the good shit. I'm going to fucking make off of that, dude. Why the fuck would I? That's crazy. Why would I just give that to you? That's wild. So that's what he's saying. Karen Reed would be a fool to just jump on somebody's YouTube channel or on somebody's fucking TV channel and just be like, Yeah, ask away. That's fucking crazy.
Karen Reed is pissed off. She's got fire in her belly. And the last thing that Howie asked her was if she had a message for Michael Morrissey, the district attorney who did all he could to take her down. Her answer showed that there is plenty of gas in the tank.
You want to say anything to a District Attorney Morrissey and the state police?
And this civil case, like, just as an example, finally, thanks to Allie and Bob of Defense Diaries, finally, I got a response from one of them publicly about the shoe. David Yannetti, the cerebral ninja, was on Defense Diaries, and Allie was kind enough to put David on the spot respectfully and ask about the shoe. And David was quite clear that he was not going to talk about it. And I mean, very clear. And I'm just making this as an example because, and he did say, there's a civil case coming up and you're not getting that shit from me. Right? So that tells me two things. A, we haven't heard the last of the shoe. And B, that there's a civil case to think about here. This is the big enchilada here. This is the vehicle which is going to make her get justice for herself and possibly justice for Boston police officer John O'Keefe. That's the big enchilada, is the civil case. Not interviews, not fucking TV appearances and movies, not that. That stuff is to come, but there's a civil case to put in front of everything.
You lost. You lost big time. And you know what you did. You know what you've done.
Alan?
Oh, there are plans. There are plans. Well, just in a couple of minutes, we're going to find out what Karen's father, Bill Reed, has to say about it. He will join us in a moment. But first, here at Hot Mike's headquarters, I got to say, we are excited, roaring into the new NFL season with Prize Picks. I love this app. It is the best place to win cash while watching sports. And this weekend, obviously, is huge. The NFL is back. I'm going to be
here on the Glare. The Galera drinks Monster Energy drinks. It gives him the pep he needs to be apropos, baby. I'm just not going to listen to this guy do commercials, bro. Now, notice that he does this. It's brought to you by blah, blah, blah. And the way these things work, folks, is that they pay him a certain amount of money to spend a certain amount of times and so many segments in his YouTube presentation to talk about the product. They sponsor him. So he's got to do it. And it's expected from a TV personality. There's all of the big creators do it as well.
Prize Picks will give you $50 to pay. A minute since we've spoken. Bill Reed. Hello, Bill. It's been a minute since we've spoken. How are you doing, sir?
We're doing well, and I'm doing fine. It's good to see you again, Billy.
Excellent. Would you mind moving just 1 inch to your right for me? To your right. There we go. Oh, I love a centered Bill Reed. There he is. So, Bill, what's it like having Karen home?
It's a joy. It's a great comfort, to be honest with you. We're a family. We're a tight family. She's very caring. My wife Janet and I always overlooking, what are we doing? Be careful. Go down cellar. I'll go down for you. I don't want you on the stairs. So it's she's quite a caretaker, to be honest with you.
Has she been helping out, cooking a few meals, maybe doing some dishes? And
I don't know what it is about Bill Reed. Like, I can't figure out if it's that he never gets angry, never gets agitated, or he has trained his face to never let you know. Because he always looks the same. And he speaks volumes with his tenacity. He speaks volumes with the just straightforward truth that he tells reporters. And he's never rude. He's never mean. He's never petty. He never takes little jabs. The Altoid assassin is right, sir. Yeah, thank you, Kev. I would bet money that Bill would say that you're correct on that. That would have a massive factor in what I'm observing at the moment.
And by the way, when you move back in with your parents a little bit, it can be, I spend all summer long with my mother, and by about week 3, we're kind of, we snipe a little bit. It's just natural.
Sure. But, if you look back over 3.5 years, my wife and I lived with that fear that the vast resources of this state would ultimately seize her and take away her freedom. And when you think that you're going to lose one of your children, it's very unsettling. So when you win out the day and you get to walk out on those steps in Norfolk County in that Superior Court House, and you see the thousands of people, all of the women in pink, and so many gentlemen and so many supporters, Karen can come back and almost be 12 years old again. It's a relief.
Oh, well, you and your wife, you're in your 70s, right? She's 45, a finance professor at Bentley and a financial advisor at Fidelity. I mean, this is a really intelligent, established woman. Before all of that was taken from her, she's home, severely bruised, but not broken. I mean, we heard what she said to Howie Carr straight up. She said, "You lost, and you know what you did." There is a lot of fight in her, but what's your focus with her about? Is it, to do with grounding or, sure, she must have some rage, but what are you trying to emphasize with her right now?
Well, my wife and I have learned through the years, she's a driven individual. She's a bright lady, and we're there for love and support, but really we kind of stay out of her way. She knows what she wants to do. She's got an agenda. And so we steer clear, to be frank with you. We were driving up to Chestnut Hill to have dinner with her and Alan after the Howie Carr show. And when Howie asked her that, do you have any message for Michael Morrissey? And it was about 7 seconds or so of silence. And, that's kind of a no-no when you think of radio and TV, dead air time. But it was, knowing our daughter, that was a deliberate pause for effect. And when she said, "You lost and you know what you've done," it's right from the heart. It's right from the heart.
Yeah.
And so she's gearing up. We've got the civil. We'll prevail in the civil. We've got Alan Jackson, Liza Little, and his civil associate, his partner from the firm of Worksman Jackson. I must tell you, I'm embarrassed. I don't remember his last name, but I know his first name is Caleb. And then we've got local civil attorneys here. We're geared up. We have the truth. And
the confidence is untouched on this man. The confidence where he's just like, yeah, he's just like, it ain't nothing but a thing. You know, we're geared up. We're good to go. She's geared up. She's ready to fight. Everything she said was from the heart. We got Alan Jackson. We got Liza Little. We got this rest of the civil defense team, and we're going to prevail. Like, it's wild. Like, I've never even seen a champion boxer do a promo with more confidence.
We also have, the medical testimony from Dr. Elizabeth Posada, the former chief medical examiner out of Rhode Island. We've got the scientists that the Department of Justice hired, the ACA crash daddies. How do you sidestep what science, physics, what medical science tells you did not happen? That man was not struck by that 6,000-pound vehicle, and his injuries were not the result of being struck by any vehicle of that size. The truth will prevail. And when you know the truth, you're not always trying to struggle to recall what you might have said in another hearing, in another platform, etc. So
that's a great point.
Yeah,
that's a great point. When the truth is at your back, when you stand with the truth, you're not worried about, okay, did I say the right thing? Did I say that? You can say the wrong thing for a second, because I also think your energy is telling a story at the same time. So when the truth is with you, it's all about go, go, go. And I would say this matches her personality. I don't think anyone realized how freaking intelligent Karen is. I mean, they thought, she's out drinking at some Boston chick, whatever. This is a very intelligent woman. And as Alan said, she is she runs point on her legal team. And you got this civil trial that's ahead. The hearing is September 22nd. Okay. There's plenty of evidence that Judge Beverly Cannoni threw out. Like, she wouldn't even let into the courtroom that this time will be allowed into the courtroom. So we're going to see some new stuff. And can you speak to that?
I really can't. I'm not trying to be evasive or sidestep the question. They're in the working stages now. She's on the phone daily with the lawyers, Alan, Liza, mapping out plans, rethinking, what has happened and everything. They'll be ready. They've got their boots on, and we will win this. There is no doubt in my mind. We know what happened. I know what happened. I was there that morning. I was with her in the hospital. I gave her the news. We went back to the O'Keefe household. I know what was said. I know, all right, what was done. I know why we left. And it's no rehearsal on my part. So come at me.
Woo! So this round of applause is for both Bill Reed and for Diane G for gifted 10 membership. Thank you so much, Diane G.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I know where she got it. I just found out where she got the fight from.
Bill just straight up said, come at me, bro.
Well, she's her own person, and she is a terribly bright woman, but she's a very honorable woman, a woman with integrity, honesty as the day is long. And she's passionate, and she's committed to a cause. And this is a cause here to unveil the injustice that's gone on here in Norfolk County. When you think about all that's happened, about much of the investigative unit of the Massachusetts State Police, either fired or rehomed, sent elsewhere, that's unprecedented. And when you think of the precursors to the Karen Reed
fired or rehomed, bro, Bill is on fire here, bro.
Trial. You had the Sandra Birchmore, and how that was framed as a suicide until the federal government got involved. And so there's a lot to happen here. And we're so thankful, my wife Janet and I, for all of the content creators that have stood by us and have amplified this story and this fight, this movement. And it is a movement. And whether that be Aiden or Melanie Little or
Yeah.
the lawyer you know, or Andrew Myers, or whomever it may have been, brother counsel, they're all in it. And certainly Howie Carr. I mean, so many times over the last couple of years, our daughter's face has graced the front page of the Boston Herald. So many articles written by Howie Carr, including those that were not necessarily focused on the Karen Reed saga or the coming and goings on in Norfolk County, typically end, if they're about corruption, he will find a way of sprinkling in the name Karen Reed or Aiden Carney. And it just has legs. It will not die.
Dude.
And we're ready for the civil trial. We are ready. If they want to proceed, take us on.
And then
Take us
after the
on.
civil trial, what about, I did continue go on offense, enough defense, right? So when this is over, what about, let's find out who actually.
Now, Bill Reed, it might be speculated that my heart is broken that I wasn't mentioned. But I understand that Bill Reed is not listening to the glare when he has law tubers to listen to about this case. I don't strike myself as being a Bill Reed kind of guy unless I'm in person with him and he's, we're cool, but that's why he's naming law tubers, because he knows that law tubers and their insight is going to be and should resonate a lot more with people who want to educate themselves on why this case is such an injustice. So he's actually not saying anything different than what I've always said, which is like, watch law tubers, watch them. Trust me.
Killed this guy. I mean, it's a shame. It's a crying shame. And I don't know. And go after, it's going to be hard to go after the DA, Morrissey. He's sort of protected in crazy ways. But there's got to be a suit coming from Karen, whether it be state or federal.
I would think so. Again, I'm not trying to duck the question. I really don't know, because the plans are flexible and they change. But there's going to be, something. I mean, as Alan Jackson said on Howie's show, I didn't come back, as a goodwill tour or, to see a show at Gillette Stadium or whatever it may have been. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he's here for a purpose. And things will happen, and Karen's story will be told. And she's the only one who can tell it. She has lived it. And whether that be in a literary piece like a book, or whether it be in a movie, Karen, her fingerprints, her DNA have to be an integral part of any of that type of work.
Right.
Has to be. Otherwise, you're not getting the complete picture. You're not getting the definitive frame, if you will, no pun intended. It has to be compelling. And the only way it's going to be is when Karen and her attorneys get involved. And they will. They've got a great producer at LBI, Julie Yorn. I'm sure you know the name.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting for the right time. You can put.
Oh, man. Archie. Be careful. Just saying. Don't open up that can of worms. Just some friendly advice.
Other folks may come forward and with other books and tell their side of the story, or a movie, and we know of the movie that is in the works. And but again, that will be less than compelling, because there are elements of the details, the granular, that only Karen and her attorneys know. My wife and I have a good chunk of it, but we did not live in the war room over 2 trials, over 3 months. At 6 months collectively of 2 trials, 5 attorneys living under the same roof, argumentative times, collaborative times,
you too,
social
man.
times. And there is so much to say. Karen's had her house turned upside down by investigators. She's been jailed twice. She's had to sell her home. She's had to divest of her 401, liquidate all of that. And you think about loss of reputation, and you think about loss of physical assets like her car, like her job, like her home. I mean, her 401, I know what it stood like in January of 2022. And just the S&P over the last 5 years, we're all familiar with this market. It's in double digits over the last 5 years, 16%. That means collectively, in the aggregate, that market has returned 106% in just 5 years. That's, again, money that is gone. She will not recover.
She cannot.
Remember how, go ahead.
Matt, I'm just heartbroken hearing that. It's so true.
Yeah.
She wasn't able to participate in that. There's so many ancillary, tangential,
I remember Howie said to Alan, what do you think the number is? And I think he came back with this. He said, tell me, what would you pay to avoid 10 minutes walking around in Karen Reed's shoes over the last 3.5 years? What would you give to avoid that? As her parents, I've told this story many a times, we got to know all of the court officers. And they would say to us during all of these hearings and the like, have a nice weekend, be careful, the steps are icy today, so on and so forth. Small talk, but, congenial and the like. And then on that last day, when, all right, the jury is in, a verdict has been reached, and your daughter is 5 feet in front of you, sitting alongside her attorneys. And the court officers come in, and there's a wall now placed between her and her loving parents. And if they say guilty, you won't get a chance to hug her. And as she said on Howie's show, what was her fear? That if she was found guilty with, my age, and my wife's younger than me, but certainly we're in our 70s, that she might not have that day as a free woman ever again, given our mortality. So there's a number on this in terms of our pain, suffering, emotional distress, and it goes on to this day.
I stand with you. And by the way, if I was the CEO of Fidelity Investments, I would say, please come back to work, offer that job immediately. She won't take it. Not right now. She's got too many other things on the plate. So it's a safe offer. But if I were him, I would show my character right now, knowing that all that she has lost, foregone. Bill, you went out to dinner after the Howie Carr interview. You and Alan and Karen, your wife, Janet, the four of you go out. It seems to me, and I went out when Alan came home after the acquittal a few weeks later. He and I had a beautiful Vesper martini at Houston's, and he put me on the phone with Karen. I got to say hello and send her my love. But when you go out there with Alan, you got to look at this guy he's almost like a son-in-law, right? This guy is an absolute knight in shining armor. He comes in, he's a lethal attorney, saves the day, and for him, it now seems personal.
He's one hell of a man, first and foremost, a man of integrity and honor and commitment and passion. And when you couple that with being an immensely talented lawyer, I'll date myself. That's Marison Mantle on one side of the coin back in 1961. And I know you're a Giants fan, so I'll date myself further. I go back to the New York Football Giants, where they were so described because the New York Giants played in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I'll go back to Frank Gifford and Y.A. Tittle and Alec
Charlie
Webster.
Connerly at quarterback.
Charlie Connerly was the he was the forerunner before Y.A. Tittle. But yes, Jackson. So for my birthday, my daughter got us some great seats to see the Red Sox, and this was Friday night at Fenway, right near the dugout. And Alan said, "You can't go. I don't want you going without some type of protection." And so he came along, and it was something else. Wow. Walking into that park, so much support, people. What is that? Karen's lawyer? Wow, that's Karen. And sometimes I feel, as Karen's father, I remember a line from the Johnny Carson show when he had on Dean Mott and Jack Benny, and 5 minutes before the show ended, he brought out George Goebel. And when Goebel looked at the guest list, he said to Carson, he said, "You ever feel like a pair of brown shoes at a black tuxedo event?" and that's somehow how I feel when I'm with our daughter. You know, I mean, you can't, you know, Dad, you with me? Yeah, we're with you. Don't worry.
Oh
But,
my God. Well, here's my last question for you. Is Karen like 10 feet away? Is she listening to you through the wall?
I'm sure she's listening. I'd love for her to come down and say hello, but
Yell to her that Billy Bush says hello and sends his love. Will you do that?
I'll holler upstairs. Billy Bush says hello and sends his love.
All right. Well, we'll be following every...
She just hollered down to you.
She did? All right, good. Well,
She said, "Hi, Billy.
hey, Karen. Bill?
Here's my wife."
Janet! Oh, there you are, Janet. Janet, mostly behind the
Hi, Mama.
scenes, but there. How are you feeling, Janet? How's
I'm such a child.
it having your daughter home?
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Oh, God.
Yep. She loves to eat, and I love to feed her.
What's your favorite thing to feed her? Did she like and that she liked as a little girl?
Well, as a little girl, you know, probably most things that kids like, which weren't any great things, but she now, at her age now, she eats anything.
That lady walks into any room, dude, and lights it the fuck up. Like she is literally brilliant, you know? Like that's the best way I could, like, you know what I mean? Like a constellation. She walks into a room and she's just, you know, so kind, always so happy, smiling, always pleasant, always setting an example as to what the vibe around her needs to be. And it's pretty fascinating. It's great. It's always a pleasure hanging out with the two of them.
I give her, she loves like a vegetable lasagna. She loves all my pasta dishes. She really enjoys food like we do also. So she's easy to please when it comes to that. Yeah. So I try to surprise her every day with something new, you know.
Boston, one of the great culinary centers of America. That is absolutely for sure. The food in Boston's great.
Isn't it awesome?
Janet, you've done a great job nurturing your daughter back. I know you had a lot to do with it because she looks well. She looks rested. She looks well. Her eyes, her skin. I mean, she looks...
Yeah.
Oh, she can't take another compliment. There she is. Karen!
There she is.
There's Karen.
How are you, my love?
Great. How are you, Bill? You got a nice tan.
Yeah, I've been out in Maine. I'm a Maine guy in the summer. So
I heard you guys have a little spot on the coast. I might have heard about that.
Yeah, we're up there. I might have caught up with your father right there. A couple of guys talking about their girls. Look at your parents. They're so happy. You, Karen, you had that you didn't know if you'd see them again, and there you are, right there, living at home.
They'd make it through healthy. We're stitched together over here, but we're still in one piece.
You're getting good sleep or something. You look absolutely stunning.
It's makeup.
It's makeup. Oh, my God. Well, you're a great little family. Look at this. What a pleasure it is for us to join you. I know you got a lot on your plate. I love what you said about Michael Morrissey. You lost, and you know what you did. I see fire. I see gas in that tank. Tell me, I'm not wrong.
You are not wrong. We're not going quietly. A lot of pain has been inflicted on me, and with purpose. This wasn't a case of they got the wrong person. They aimed for the wrong person. Michael Morrissey knows what he did. Michael Proctor, Yuri Buchnick, they all know. The DAs all know. And there's more that the public doesn't know, and you will learn about it in the right form. We're just looking for the best person to deliver that to you. But there's no doubt in my mind that this was intentional, and I can't just flip a switch and pretend it didn't happen.
You could be a lawyer, Karen. Like, you could be, I think you've learned enough. Don't you think you could actually go and, like, defend someone else right now? I mean, Jesus.
There's a line at the end of a movie that I enjoy very much, and he says, I've seen enough of the law. And I've seen enough of the law, Billy, but I may not have a choice. I may have to see
Does anybody know what movie she's talking about?
a little bit more.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to be watching, and we're going to be, we'll be with you. And we send our love to this great little family.
Thank you for your support.
God bless you, Billy.
God bless.
God bless you all.
God bless.
Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Take care. Wow. Didn't expect that. Although when I did, I have to say, When I said, Bill, yell up to Karen that Billy Bush says hi, I thought maybe she might say, you know what? He's been supportive. He saw the bullshit from the beginning. Let me say hello to the guy. I don't know. But
I
boy,
mean, the Bill Reed segment is definitely an interview. It was great. But again, the Karen Reed thing, these are just appearances. These are not interviews. These are just appearances. I don't care what people are calling them. And you know, but the thing is, understand the enchilada, folks, is the civil suit. This is what they're gearing up for. So that she can only talk about so much. She can only say, hey, fuck you, I'm coming. I'm on my way. And you're not going to stop me. So that's all she could really do right now. I'm a decorated dude. How did you know? So, all right. So that's that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, let me. And then. Fuck, where am I? Hold on. And this one I didn't even catch.
And I appreciate that, but
by the O'Keefe family. Look, you were instrumental in rallying the community through outrage, persistence. We've got this civil trial that's coming for Karen, filed by the O'Keefe family. The first hearing is September 22nd. Are you preparing to rally?
Oh, really? Was it A Few Good Men? Okay. Yeah, I guess I never paid attention to the last line. All right, Lieutenant Caffey, I got you.
The community again.
You know, I mean, I'll attend it. I'll watch it. I don't know if we'll be doing much rallying this time around because, I mean, a person's life is no longer on the line, and that was the case last time. They were trying to lock a person up. I mean, this is a civil trial, so it's definitely less like. I mean, I'm interested in it because it's the same content. We're reliving the same stuff. So I'm sure. Put it this way: the people the boots on the ground, as we call them, that were down there for the criminal trial, I'm sure they'll be down there for the civil trial because, I mean, these people,
they're in withdrawal.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like this was like their side job almost for like a couple of years, and without it, I mean, they come to my court dates, and I appreciate that, but you know, they're anxious to get out there and make their voices heard some more.
It's amazing to me that you know they use the term at least $50,000 is what they're. All of this for 50 grand? I mean, legal bills are going to soar past that. Like, what? It doesn't seem like the O'Keefe family's, I don't know, asking for enough if they're going to waste all this time.
So, in order to have move your case from district to superior court, I'm pretty sure you have to say that the bar, like the lowest level, you're looking for.
They want a lot more.
$50,000. Like, so if you were suing something for 10 grand, it would be in district court. So if you want it in superior court, you have to state that it's going to be at least 50 grand. But I'm sure they'll be looking for more than that.
Yeah, that hasn't even been set.
I get it. So you want to keep it out of petty crimes, you know, that this, but they're going, you know, what they're going after is sort of, it's interesting. I mean, you know, the emotional distress, which of course, Karen moved to dismiss because she's saying the emotional distress has nothing to do with me. There was no collision. What do you? This was defeated twice in criminal court. I expected this to be thrown out or forgotten about. Doesn't it all seem like a waste?
I mean, it does, but you don't forget that the bar for civil court is significantly lower than the bar for criminal court. I mean, OJ was acquitted in his criminal trial, of course, convicted, in his civil trial. So, and he's not the only person.
But there was outrage over OJ getting away with it, so
Right,
they knew the civil
right.
trial was going to come down. There's no outrage with Karen, quote unquote, getting away with it. The whole community was behind her. I feel like the O'Keefes are just teeing themselves up to be despised.
Yeah, I mean, they're teeing themselves up for
Right.
disappointment. That's for darn sure.
That's a great point. Like, I love that Billy Bush made that point because that's what I've been saying. It's just like, this is crazy. There's no way, and it's like what Bill Reed was saying, since the truth is on your side, and then you have the team that they have, there's going to be things to answer for now. They're not bound by the criminal trial anymore. So there's going to be things to answer for. At least that's what they're hinting. That's what Alan Jackson's been hinting. That's what Karen Reed has been hinting. That's what Bill Reed almost flat out said. So, yeah, I'm of the opinion that this is something that they plan on taking as far as they can. Now, I don't know there's no reason to countersue the O'Keefes, but there's definitely room to expose why she's not responsible for this crime. Meatball Morrissey Skitties, thank you. Peg Leg O'Keefe can suck my dick. Wow. Okay.
Sure. I think they're getting bad advice. I think that they just want something. They want a pound of flesh from her. They don't like her. It's very obvious. There's a personality conflict between them. And they just, they think that they did start this lawsuit before the criminal case was over. So they didn't even know that they were going to lose that yet before, they signed this. So I think that they picture, just in case, she was acquitted, that she might make a lot of money off of this, and they wanted a piece of that pie. And you're right. I don't think it's going to go over well. I don't think a lot of people felt bad for them when they were looking for justice for their son, but now you're just looking for a payday. And I don't think that's...
No, I got the Cactus Boy. I just didn't read it out loud. But I highlighted it. See, there it is. Archie.
It's going to go over as well.
Yeah, they filed the civil, prematurely before the acquittal, before the verdict for Karen. So now at least they know they have a mountain to climb.
Right.
But once you're in it, like, so many times we see when somebody gets...
I got to be honest. I find it fascinating that the O'Keefes are moving forward with this. And I find it fascinating. I mean, I can't help but wonder what's going on behind the scenes. I can't help but wonder, are the McAlberts pushing for the civil suit to not happen? Are they pushing the O'Keefes to drop the civil suit in any way? Because this is going to come out. The whole point here is that the civil suit, if it goes the way that they're hinting it's going to go, it's going to turn out real bad for the McAlberts. So why wouldn't the McAlberts be like, yo, please drop this shit? But maybe they can't. Maybe they can't because they fooled the O'Keefes for so long that if they in any way try to sway them to drop the case, it might make them look suspicious to the O'Keefes. So I don't know. I'm just speculating and imagining what could be, but I have no idea. Is that true? That's something I was not privy to. That went way over my head if that's true. Peg was already fighting Officer John O'Keefe for custody of the kids. Is that true? Huh. That changes kind of everything, doesn't it? How come that never came up in court? or did it and I missed it when she was on the stand. I need to know if that's actually true, because that's a big deal. I don't even want to say what I'm thinking. I don't even want to do it. Okay, I'm getting mixed stuff here, but people I find credible are saying that it is true. So just to be clear, Peggy was in a custody dispute with John O'Keefe over his niece and nephew? Okay. Well, fuck. Again, more people saying no, other people saying yes. That's Okay, some people are saying Aiden will say that it's not true. All right. All right. I mean, I'm going to assume it's not until I know for sure.
You know, with Blake Lively or Lance Armstrong, you name it. When you get in too far, it's really hard to kind of about face. So I'm sure they're stressing it a little bit. What is your relationship like with Karen? I know you guys have each other's numbers and stuff. Do you talk to Karen? Have you spoken with her? Do you guys, catch up?
I mean, we're not friends or anything like that. She was the subject of my reporting. We both have strong personalities. Moving forward, maybe we'll work together. Maybe we won't. I've always been of the belief that we're stronger together, just marketing wise. Like that's what the people want. The people want Turtle Boy and Cameron Reed. But ultimately the ball's in her court. I'm doing a documentary with Compelling Pictures, and they also have my movie rights, and we are in negotiations with her. If she chooses to join us, great. If not, no hard feelings, and we'll push forward anyway.
So she'll want to, but if she does join you, likely she'll want to do it after she writes her book or puts out her project.
Like it's unrelated. So the documentary is going to be done within 4 to 6 months. And so we've already done a lot of the filming for it. They were down there for the trial. They've interviewed me several times, other people involved that we have agreements with. And so we are competing with the documentary done by a British company named Sandpaper, who has a deal with Netflix. But I have refused to do an interview with them, as has anyone on the Reed team. So they basically have a McAlbert documentary. Like they've got all the McAlberts, the O'Keefes, yeah. And they invested in a conviction. So this is like
I'm gonna snipe the shit out of that too.
Not going to be the ending that. It wasn't the ending that they hoped for.
They're still doing it, though. They're still doing it. So now it's going to be a woe is me. Oh, my God. We were a miscarriage of justice the other way. Oh,
right.
Wow.
And Turtle Boy's the bad guy. So it's basically a competing doc. And we're doing our own doc where Turtle Boy is the protagonist and Karen Reed is the person that is acquitted, rightfully so, and has been wrongfully charged. She's a victim in this. And so, we are basically competing against them. And, if the documentary had both Karen and I in it, certainly it would just bury that one. I mean, Netflix might cancel their deal with them, if that happens. But if we don't get Karen, that's okay too, because we're going to push forward and the story needs to be told either way.
Yeah. Look, I mean, you and Karen, I mean, it's like, you're forever connected.
I'm sorry. What's up, Jessica? I'm sorry. That fucking comment totally caught me off guard. I mean, it sucks, but it caught me off guard. It made me laugh. I'm sorry. Jessica said that she's in the Sandpaper doc, which is the one that wish somebody had told me who they were last year. Like, fuck me. Oh, Jess. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm sure you were fantastic in it.
Right? I mean, her cause was championed by you. In turn, it magnified your voice, right? Elevated your profile considerably. Is it okay that she has not come on the TB Daily, your show?
You know, I don't care. It's like, did it bother me at first? Yeah, sure, a little bit, you know. But at the end of the day, I just have enough self-respect for myself to say that if you don't want to come on my show, then I ain't begging you. You know what I mean? Like if you don't want, I have enough respect for myself to not, I don't grovel, I don't beg people to come on. If you want to come on my show like Alan Jackson did, come on down. If you don't want to, that's okay too. But I don't beg people to come on my show.
I mean, she did an
Right,
interview
man.
last week on the radio with Howie Carr. It was very short, though. It was like maybe she appeared for 7 minutes. I would imagine this is because she's trying to protect her voice and write her book. And the woman lost her house. I mean, she hasn't worked in 4 years, so she's got to make some money.
And she would have lost her house a lot sooner were it not for the $1.1 million that we raised for her legal defense fund.
You're pissed.
I mean, I'm not pissed. I'm just stating a fact. So it is what it is. And you know, her whole thing, which I totally respected, was that you know, you got to maximize the first interview. Like the first interview matters, right? Like you can make a lot of money off that. Totally get it. I can't compete with People Magazine or whoever else is offering her, you know, money for the first interview. But she went to Howie Carr, and like it or not, I mean, it's like that old Seinfeld skit about is it a lunch? Is it a meal? Is it a lunch? Is like, was that an interview? Because I think it was an interview. I mean, she was up there for about 30 minutes, and
but the whole thing was about 30 minutes, and she was about 7, as far as I could tell, maybe 10.
Right.
He started with Alan Jackson, and they did a whole segment, took a break, came back from the break, and talked to Karen lightly, briefly. The only thing that she said in the end, which was, you know, a message to the DA, Michael Morrissey, and to all those who came after her. You lost. You know what you did. You know what you tried to do to me. She made a, you know, she took a shot back, but she really didn't say much and didn't appear much. And I think that was just sort of, it felt ceremonial.
Yeah, by design. Yeah, you're right. We didn't learn anything from that interview. It was billed by Howie. I mean, good job by Howie, kind of marketing up that he had some big announcement to get people. It was clickbait. You know, a lot of people tuned in thinking there was some big announcement. The big announcement was Howie selling a book.
I mean, that's what it was.
And so we didn't learn much from that. So, you know, whether or not that affects her ability to
he did get the book in there a lot, and she had her there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a savvy guy, Howie Carr.
Oh, I don't blame it. I don't hate the player
Exactly.
you know, at all. It's like people do what they got to do. It's like, that's capitalism. Why wouldn't you do that? So I don't blame
America,
you know, at all for taking advantage of that opportunity. So, you know, I mean, I'm a guy who's sold a whole lot of free Karen Reed t-shirts. So I'm the last person in the world who.
Now we're more than halfway through this. Okay. And I haven't heard one golf equipment ad or, you know, or a whatever the fuck else. He was some online gambling thing, maybe, or football fantasy thing or something. I can't remember what it was, but I haven't heard one of these ads in this live stream or in this interview with TURTLEBOY. Why? Because Billy Bush saw an opportunity to get a lot of views with Karen Reed and her parents. And so he got the sponsor on the show. Slip that in there. You know? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. That is what a lot of people do. Now, when I had Karen Reed on here twice, it was to get her money. That was the purpose. So we're a different animal, but I respect that animal. I'm not trashing it. I respect that animal.
Could even talk about that, but I don't know if that's going to affect her exclusive ability, if that kind of, lowers the amount of money that she's worth if she wants to do a first interview. I don't know. But at the end of the day, she's going to do what she feels best is for her. And I'm going to do what I feel is best for me.
Let's say Karen Reed was watching
Fuck
right
yeah.
now. What would you say to her? My love.
I'd say that
My
we're
dear.
we're stronger together. Let's do this, Doc. If not, no hard feelings.
Billy Bush is an asshole. I mean, say what you want, but the shit is fucking funny, dude. I mean, he's just doing his show. Like, this is to be expected. This is to be expected. But he is an asshole. But I mean that in the sense of it being a compliment. I do. Tara Rayner, thank you so much. I'm late. Trump said when you are famous, they let you grab him by the hoo-hoo. He wasn't wrong. Eddie Murphy Delirious described it as well. Okay. Yeah, I remember I used to have Eddie Murphy Delirious practically memorized. Superstition Man since before trial 1, listen to the glare. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, man, we're creeping up on 2 years this month, man, that I've been covering Karen Reed.
Yeah, you'd rather her do the doc than come on and do an interview. The doc is
Totally. Yeah, the doc is going to kill. I mean, the doc is like her first doc was everywhere. People saw that everywhere. Like people watch documentaries. And so they're fiending for a documentary about Karen Reed. So like if Turtle Boy and Karen Reed are featured in a documentary, like it is going to light the world on fire. Like everyone's going to be talking about it. And, it's going to be talked about anyway.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Aiden. Apparently someone in my chat thinks everything is about them. They think everything is about them. Wait. It certainly is. Hold on. I think I'm yeah, man, you're gonna have to go sit in the corner until tomorrow, okay, Archie?
So either she gets on board or she doesn't. If you get on board, you're going to be able to say whatever you want,
bro.
Tell your story as you want to tell it, or don't,
Thank you so much. Turtle Boy and Karen throw into the jungle naked. $2 million bonus for survival. Both teams can survive. Okay. Diane G. I'm really grateful to you. You gifted 10 memberships, super chatting, supporting the channel. It's beautiful, and I'm really grateful. But what the fuck are you on to have these fantasies? What are you talking about? Is this for real? Like, is this what goes through your all's fucking heads? Like when you guys are just chilling, thinking about YouTubers, people involved in these cases? Like you just actually just fucking totally imagined a scenario of Turtle Boy and Karen naked and afraid. Fuck is wrong with you? I'll just give you shit, Diane G. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all are killing
Either
me,
way,
man.
a lot of people are going to see it because the first documentary she did was a hit piece. It didn't go over very well. She told me she's never watched it.
So if she does your doc, then you got to cut her in as a producer and give her a nice taste.
Oh, there's a substantial offer on the table. So let's just put it that way.
All right. What are you gonna offer me?
I'm trying to tell you, Billy Bush, just from this live stream that I'm doing, is becoming my favorite YouTuber. Like slowly, like he's creeping up there, bro. Like this dude is fucking funny, bro. Like This is great.
Commentator. I've got a lot of years of experience. What are you going to offer me?
I got some blue paint that I got from Judd Welcher if you want that. That's about it.
Yes.
Turtle Boy is with us, Aiden Carney, and obviously the civil trial is coming. The hearing is September 22nd. The O'Keefe family is they're claiming emotional distress. They're going after Karen. They're going after the 2 bars that fed her booze and everyone else that night before the incident. And then look, likely
Sausage and cigarettes, baby.
it should be her turn. What kind of action do you want to see Karen and her legal team take?
I mean, I want to see them countersue. I mean, countersue all these people who put you here. Go on the offensive. Don't go on. She's been on the defensive this whole time. It's time to go on the offensive. And I have reason to believe that is going to be happening. I think last time I was on here, I said there was going to be a federal lawsuit. They may have kind of switched gears on how they plan on doing that. But there will be a lawsuit. It's
state
just
or federal, right? One of the two.
Yes, exactly. So they're going to do whatever they think gives them the best chance to maximize their damages.
Alan Jackson was with her in studio last week. He's obviously not back, in town just to do that and visit the old restaurants he used to go to. So, likely he won't be at the helm of this civil trial. He'll be active consultant. Is that your prediction?
Yeah, but he's got to.
I need to stop eating these fucking gummies, man. This comment is the best comment that has ever been dropped in my chat. If you know, you know. Holy shit, that is fucking fantastic. I'm not even gonna explain it. If you fucking know, then you know.
Get his case too. Alan Jackson, this trial was an investment for him. He gave up. He charges almost $2,000 an hour. Those are billable hours.
The simplicity of it, I just can't get over it.
Hours that he gave up for this case for like 3 years. He's got to start making up some of those losses, and this is how you do that. So, I think he viewed the Karen Reed case as not only a righteous cause, but also, an investment that he has to cash in on now that it's over.
All right. Well, Turtle Boy, you also took a lot of, you took shots from the DA. They had counts and charges against you for witness intimidation. 6 of them were thrown out in May. There are some still pending, right? How much has this cost you, and what is left? What's the road ahead for you in this? All this.
My legal bills are higher than Karen Reed's, and I'm not accused of killing anyone. I'm not even accused of injuring anyone. So my bills are extremely high. Luckily, I've got a great community supporting me. Who have donated extensively to my Give, Send, Go. We're also doing a show at the Wilbur Theater, this historic theater in downtown Boston. And it's very close to being a sellout. That show is in 9 more days. And so, I'm going to continue to do that. So, yeah, the more they come at me, the more they charge me with legal fees, the more they bury me down with stuff, the more the community rallies behind me. Especially with the Karen Reed trial kind of out of the picture, then, we could kind of focus on my charges, which I couldn't do really during the trial. And we have what we call a mega motion coming up on that's going to be heard on September 24th. It'll be filed probably like a week prior. And let me tell you, Billy, this motion is there's a lot of stuff in this motion that has never been revealed before about some Jennifer McCabe communications and other things. And it's going to show exactly how they decided that I was a problem because I was exposing them, and I was, kind of shining a light on what they were doing in not only the Karen Reed case, but the Sandra Birchmore case, and that their solution to that was to arrest me and charge me with witness intimidation. So it's all going to come out.
Boy, what you think Michael Morrissey, the DA in Norfolk County DA, he's in his 70s. He's totally hated. His popularity is like at the bottom. I don't even think he runs again. His wife doesn't want him to. Is he just riding out another year and then he's done? Or is there any fight in this cat left?
If I were to guess, I would say he's done because he holds an annual fundraiser that we used to protest at on the last like Tuesday in August, and it didn't happen this August. So he's got almost no contributions, and I think he's just looking at he's never lost an election before. It would be humiliating to lose an election on the way out. So I think he'd be smart to go out on his own terms and just say, yeah, I've had a career. I'm done here, and walk away.
Yeah. Aiden Carney, Turtle Boy. Well, if you're in the Boston area or just outside, whatever, he's going to be performing in 9 days. What does that mean? You take questions from the audience? Do you?
No,
do
we got
show?
a whole variety show planned. It's going to be very entertaining. Yeah, we will be taking some questions from the audience.
Do you want me to come cross-dress as Michael Morrissey? I could.
We'll pass on that one, but I appreciate the offer. As enticing as
a variety show.
Why?
This is. I'm telling. I always thought. Forget these
That would have been
movies
great.
and everything. I think the Karen Reed be an interesting off-Broadway kind of a play. That courtroom scene. Lots.
Perhaps.
Well, we're all. I hate to say it, but I'll be following it every step of the way. Thanks a million.
I'll bet you $100 that Jimmy loved that idea.
Friend, appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Billy. Talk to you later.
I'm not a coach developer, so to speak, if that's the right.
States, and I appreciate that, but they're anxious to get out there and make their voices heard some more.
It's amazing to me that they.
So, yeah, man, that was awesome. Yeah, Billy Bush is great, man. Like, I'm really enjoying his coverage. He's not giving a fuck. He's, speaking his mind on what he sees is fucked up. Like, that's the whole thing, is like, people are like, oh, people are just trying to make money in it. Okay, well, if you're just, everybody who's covering this is making some monetary gain from it. So it's like, okay, but what's wrong with that as long as they're spitting the truth? You know what I'm saying? As long as there's exactly Jess Machado. See, that's why that's my homie. No one really speaks their mind. When they do, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. And Billy Bush doesn't seem bound by anything. And I love that. And he's got his own style, and it's charismatic, and it's fun to watch, and it's awesome. I think he's great. And Turtle Boy was awesome on there too, of course. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, man, I am 100% behind both Karen and Aiden. I am here to support them because supporting them means supporting the fight against the corruption in Norfolk County. That is solely what I'm focused on. I hope they can get past whatever tension is between them right now. I hope that happens. I really, really do. But in the meantime, just going to do what I do, which is support everybody doing what they're doing. That's all I can do. Yeah, no, I know that. I know that. All right. So if anybody wants to call in, I'll take a few calls, because Nurse Kim has a stream, I think, scheduled for 9. So everybody go raid that chat. I'm really interested to see what her thoughts are going to be on this. Uh-oh. Please be a troll. Please be a prank call.
Call from
Eric.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Eric,
Hi, Eric. What's up?
can you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep. You're
Oh.
being kind of loud.
Oh, Eric, I'm really sorry. Hold on.
Stop.
What do you want me to stop doing, Eric? Oh, man. See, he should have stayed on the phone, man. I thought we were going to start talking dirty. Next caller. That guy's called before. I actually love that. I love that shit. Can you keep it down? Everybody wants Cassie G. Is that gonna happen? Oh, wait. It's Eric again.
call from
Steve.
Steve, what's up, buddy?
Hey, just wanted to give a shout out to Rat House Media and Danny and Connor and Mary B.
Oh, okay. I see Red House Media right here. All right. Right on.
We love you, Clara. We fucking love you.
I love you guys too, I think. Do you guys like have a channel or something? What's going are you guys just like
Yeah, we got a
little
YouTube channel.
You guys are a little gang or what's up?
Yeah, we're a little clique.
Okay, right on. Right on.
We're going to be later. We're getting together. We're going to be watching the game, having a bud.
Okay. Right on.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Hell yeah. I love you guys today.
Call from Troll.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Troll.
Hi, Troll.
I just called to complain about everything you said.
Okay. Beginning with?
Everything you said.
Beginning with? Specifically?
I'm just goofing on you.
Okay.
You said you wanted to talk to a troll, so you're talking to a troll.
Oh, I already talked to two so far.
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. Everybody loves Steve.
Listen, Will, you're great. We
Thanks.
love you.
I love you too.
Have a great night.
You too.
Okay. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Call from
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, hello, Will Clara. This is specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, everyone.
Yeah, I kind of screwed that up, but we get it.
Right on. Sweet. What's up? Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. How are we doing today, buddy?
Well, I'm doing well. You've had a couple of interesting callers so far.
So a couple of interesting callers so far. Like they're kind of showing you up today, though, Cossie.
How's that? By being assholes?
Well, I don't think anybody could be a bigger asshole than you, specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Well, you give me a chance.
Well, I mean, by not dropping these bogus charges against Mr. Media, Dr. Turtleboy, well, then this is exactly what you're doing. Like, you're being a fucking asshole, sir.
Oh, well, seeing that you didn't get indicted for T-Rex arms, I think that's a little harsh.
So you're saying that I owe you for not throwing charges on me for the T-Rex arms? Is that what you're saying?
No, you don't know me, but I might owe you to keep it up.
Dude, if I would, dude, how am I supposed to please Mrs. Specially Appointed Prosecutor Cosgrove when I'm in jail. If I'm indicted on, how am I supposed to do that?
Well, you let me worry about that, and I'll give you a shout out.
Do you give her the high five too?
Well, she's not physically capable to do that, but I try.
She's not physically capable. Is she lacking arms? Did one get amputated from the diabetes?
No, I think you're getting that mixed up with T-Rex arms. She doesn't have T-Rex arms, but she's usually incapacitated downstairs.
Dude, listen, incapacitated. I need you to elaborate, sir.
Well, she's not able to do the functions like she used to. But for example, square dancing, she can't do that anymore.
But you guys just went square dancing on vacation right before you for the glare.
Yeah, well, it was short-lived.
It was short-lived, and then what happened to her arms?
Well, but I skipped to the loo, grab your partner, skip to the loo, and then that was it. That was all over.
Did you rip one of her arms off when you were do-si-doing?
No, Will, that's ridiculous. No, that didn't happen. But
well, it's a good thing you didn't admit to it, because there's over 3,750 people watching this right now on my YouTube presentation, sir.
Again, Will, we've gone through this many times. I don't think there's 3,000 people walking around Massachusetts with antennas. I'm sorry, but I don't understand what you're talking about.
Because they're not antennas, Kasi. Okay? They're not antennas.
Well, how else do you make a phone connection?
How do you make? Because I use the internet webs, Kasi G.
Like Telegraph?
Like, we've gone over this, sir. I've explained this a million times through the air, the internet, the cloud, and the Wi-Fi and whatnot. And I guess they're kind of antennas, kind of, but the people don't have the antennas. They have one antenna in their house or one that's built into their cellular phone.
All right. Well, I think you're kind of making my point. I mean, there's antennas involved.
God damn it! Listen, don't out-lawyer me, okay? Because you're too goddamn.
How I do this? You see how I do this?
You're too goddamn old, Kasi G. I won't have it. Okay. I am the founder of the Glare Institute of Law and stuff, sir. I won't be out-lawyered on my own show, Kasi G.
Oh, it's not going to stop you from getting indicted if you keep it up.
And I'll represent myself, and I'll be the first one that's not a fool representing himself, sir.
Oh,
and I'll wipe you with my T-Rex arms.
Sure. So you will be the first in history to successfully represent himself in a effective way. Okay. All right, Daryl Brooks. Thank you.
Wow. Jesus. Jeez, man. I would never. I would be much more effective than old Daryl Brooks, sir.
Well, maybe Bob Alessi could help you. He works for free sometimes.
Bob Alessi would just be like, Will, you got this. You got this, Will. That's what Bob Alessi would say. And then I'd be like, but Bob, I don't think that I got the skills. I'm not sure that I believe in myself enough. And then Bob would just say,
what could be more egregious? What could be more misleading than that?
I mean, you want him as a cheerleader or as your lawyer?
Shut up. Don't interrupt the great Bob Alessi. Okay, what?
I'm sorry, but do you want him as a cheerleader or as your attorney?
I'll take either one. I'll take either one.
Okay, I'll make a call.
You'll make a call to who?
Yeah. Bob Alessi, you asking him to represent you for ridiculous T-Rex arms on a public way.
Wouldn't that be a conflict of interest, sir? Is to pick my lawyer for me and ask him to represent me? I thought you knew the law.
Not exactly. Not in a technical way.
Weren't you a judge? How do you not know better?
Yeah, I'm triple dipped. Haven't you heard?
Triple dipped. Triple dipped. What does that mean, triple dipped, sir?
That means I was a judge. Well, first I was an attorney. Then I was a judge. Now I'm specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. So that's 3.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
And
you got me there.
I'm also into YouTube presentations, so it's almost 3.5, almost quadruple dip.
Almost quadruple dipped, huh? Okay.
I'm expecting my appearance fee in the mail. Please send that to specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, Norfolk County District Attorney, Massachusetts, Dedham, Massachusetts.
People don't have antennas, so they're not hearing what you're saying. It's just me and you talking. Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Well, thanks, Mr. Obvious. I mean, I know that's how
that's Captain Obvious to you.
Presentation works.
That is Captain Obvious to you, sir.
All right, Captain Will Glare, Obvious. That sounds great.
All right, specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. I'm letting you go. I'm taking the next caller. Can't wait to see you in action, sir.
Sure. Well, hope to see you there.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night. Thanks for having me on your presentation.
Jeez, man. Oh my God. Doing this shit is too much fun. Doing this shit is just too much fun. It really is.
Call from Joy.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, hey, it's Joy.
Hi, Joy. You got to turn me down there, back there.
Yeah, I just did. I'm so sorry.
No.
First of all,
don't apologize to me. Apologize to the people. Apologize to God.
Sorry about that.
I'm just kidding.
But I just wanted to say I love all of your shows. You, Nurse Kim, everybody, TURTLEBOY. And I think what I wanted to say the most is I see so much hate in the chats anymore that it's almost getting hard to watch. I see you on Morning Mics with Billy Bush, and I don't know if you watched it, Evening Mics, a couple of weeks ago, but Billy had me on the show because he was giving away a Happy Gilmore over $1,000 club to someone. And because I'm a subscriber, my son is battling stage 5 kidney cancer, both kidneys, through a hereditary disease. He's only 35 years old. And Billy not only wanted to give the club to me and to my son, and we both declined it. We asked that he raise the money, auction it off, give it to the San Antonio, Texas University Healthcare Transplant Center, in which he's going to do that, and have Adam Sandler sign it. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, and I think the thing that I'm trying to say, Will, is like all these people in the chat, man, they got to stop the fucking hate, man. You know what I mean? There are bigger things going on in this world. Everybody needs to support each other. Everybody just needs to love each other. Stop the snarky fucking comments.
Well,
stop hating on people.
Joy, I mean,
you guys
Joy, first of all,
support each other.
Joy. First of all, if you are not used to snark in my chat, you're not paying attention to the chat. Also, though, I do agree with you to some degree. I personally, myself, I would recommend to anyone evaluate why you're supporting. Evaluate. Like, are you the type of person to have enough conviction to just simply understand that you want the big picture here is exposing the corruption in Norfolk County? And both Karen Reed and both TURTLEBOY and Karen Reed are in a position to do that. So it seems foolish to focus on whether or not they're getting along rather than what's happening in Norfolk County.
Will, that's my exact point. I see that people, like I see you, Nurse Kim, everybody, TURTLEBOY, Kevy Kev, you all support each other, and I love that. I absolutely love that. But I feel like there are people that are trying to like tear the whole fucking thing apart, you know, trying to pit people against people. That's what I don't like.
That's no, it's not
You
that.
know what I mean?
Some people are all about the drama, that's just how that is. I'm just choosing not to go down that road.
And I appreciate that very much. I'm just asking everybody, support everybody's channels. We're all in it for the same thing. We're all about justice. We're all about bringing light to corruption. There are bigger things going on in the world than fighting with people and disagreeing, and I'm not saying any of you that are doing shows, I'm not saying that. I'm saying people in the chat trying to pit people against each other. You know what I mean? Like, I love that I absolutely love that all of you support each other. That's why I follow all of you.
Right on, Joy. And I'm glad that that's one of the main reasons you do. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
No, I appreciate it. But I just really wish that people in the chat would like stop hating on each other.
Right. Yeah.
Like, let's all just be happy, man. Let's just all support everybody.
Yeah. I think we're okay. We'll be okay. Joy, thank you so much for calling and all the kind words. I really appreciate it.
We all love you, Will. Love your show. I'll see you probably tomorrow in Morning Mike's, right?
Maybe. Yeah, probably. I don't know if I'm.
Yeah, you've been there the past couple of days. So.
Yeah, when I can catch it, I always drop in the chat and say hello.
Yeah, and Billy's mentioned you a couple times, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, he's highlighted
yeah,
my
awesome.
comments, so it's nice.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Will. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Call from Shannon.
You're on, Shannon. How we doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing well. Where are you calling from?
South Dakota.
South Dakota, right on.
All right. I've been following the Karen Reed case since the first trial. And I was just calling in to say, this is my take on it. I think Karen Reed is doing TURTLEBOY dirty, because if I was ever in a trial and someone helped me that much and I was acquitted, found not guilty, the first person I'd be calling would have been TURTLEBOY.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I'm not criticizing anybody for having opinions on it. It's perfectly fucking natural and absolutely kosher to have your opinions on what you're seeing out there. It's out there, So
yeah.
I'm just saying that I'm choosing to simply not focus on it.
No. I like that. I like that, because I like Karen Reed too. But I'm just saying those are my thoughts on how it's being done. Like, it's got to show some like gratitude, I would think. And and you could tell in TURTLEBOY's interview with Billy tonight, that he, there's a little bit, he's starting to feel a little bit of animosity, or he's starting to get a little bit mad about it. So
he could,
sure. Maybe her feelings hurt.
the fact of the matter is the tension's so thick you can cut it with a knife. The truth is that's what it is. So people are feeling it in chats and they're commenting on it, and I get that. That's natural. I'm not shitting on anybody for it. What I'm saying is, this could be dangerous. This is the kind of thing that could split up the community, and I really hate to see that happen. I'm choosing not.
And you are right. It is a bigger. We're looking at the bigger picture here. Yeah, it's more about like what's going on.
Right. There's a third route here that I thought we were all on in the first place. So I'm sticking to that route.
Yep. Nope, and I agree with you. And I mean, hopefully Karen Reed shows up to the Wilbur. Maybe that's going to be a big surprise. Maybe you guys are all fooling us.
That'd be nice. But I wouldn't hold your breath. But that'd be nice. That'd be really cool. I would love that.
Right? I mean, yes, that would. That'd be awesome for whoever goes there to see that. But yeah, I just want to call and give my 2 cents.
Right on. All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Yep. You have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So before I sign off, because I don't want to forget this, people, I have this Sunday, okay? This Sunday, I have a 12-hour fundraiser stream scheduled for Mr. Media himself, Dr. Turtleboy. I have a 12-hour fundraiser stream scheduled for him. And I've already got a couple of really good guests lined up. I'm reaching out to some more people here. And I'm really excited about it. And I'm really hoping, because as I've said many times, the fundraisers that I've done for Karen, done 3 of them, and the fundraisers that I did, each one raised at least $20,000 each. So I want to see the same thing happen for Dr. Turtleboy's stream as well, for his 12-hour fundraiser. Now, I did reach out to Karen and invited her and Alan to make an appearance, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that either. But I did. I just want you guys to know that I did. But it would be a nice thing, I would love that, but I'm just saying, this is just the kind of guy I am. I'm like, you think maybe still waiting for an answer on that one, but anyways, guys, make sure to hit the like on your way out. It means the world to me every time you do. Thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe. I'd really like to get to 50K before the end of the year. So please subscribe. And I really want to thank you guys for all the support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot of you at the Wilbur. That's still kind of up in the air. It's still leaning yes, but there are possible complications. But I have a ticket bought. It's refundable. But I'm leaning yes for the Wilbur, very much so. And so yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that because I don't want to miss it. I really don't. It's a real opportunity to hang out with all of you and hang out with all of the people in the community that I've grown to love and respect, and pay some tribute to them, so I'm really excited about it. But again, this Sunday, the 7th, 12-hour live stream fundraiser for Aiden, Dr. Turtleboy, Mr. Media, Carney. Guys, thank you guys so much. Make sure to head over to Nurse Kim's right now. Okay. Let her know I sent you. Guys, you guys are absolutely fantastic. I love you guys very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friend.
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school just like their neighbors and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.